Honorable Chief Minister Maharashtra, dynamic and visionary leader Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, Honorable MOS for Civil Aviation, my colleague in the Council of Ministers, Government of India, Shri Muralidhar Mohol ji, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Gujarat, Shri Balwant Singh Rajput ji, Honorable Minister for Tourism and IT from Goa, Shri Rohan Kaunte ji, Honorable Minister for Transport and School Education and representative of Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Uday Pratap ji, and Secretary Civil Aviation Samir Kumar Sinha ji, and our Airport Authority of India Chairman Vipin Kumar ji, DG DGCA Faiz Kidwai ji, and all the officials from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, all the dignitaries who are present here, stakeholders and passionate people from the civil aviation industry and the industry partners, I once again warm welcome to each and every one of you for participating in this esteemed conference. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the states and industry partners for a successful conference with constructive and outcome-driven engagements. And I have to share with you today, this was an idea which was sitting with me for a long time. Since last year, since I've taken up the charge as Minister for Civil Aviation, and I've seen that on numerous times, whenever a Chief Minister or especially from Minister of Civil Aviation handling in the state has come to Delhi, he has made sure that he has come to my office and has seen me. I've seen on numerous occasions that they have come on multiple times also. And the reason being the states are taking the civil aviation industry and the civil aviation department very, very seriously. In the last 10 years, after Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has taken charge of the country, the kind of growth that we have seen in India has been unprecedented and unmatched by any other country in the whole world. And taking that one step forward, the states have also become very proactive. And they have taken multiple decisions at the state level, and they have come to our ministry and have met me in settling and solving or creating new ideas which will take the civil aviation forward. And I have observed this for quite few months, and I have seen that sometimes when the chief ministers or the ministers coming to Delhi, they come with little less luggage. Because they feel that if we dump everything in Delhi, we don't know which one they'll take seriously, and they kind of tell us only the most important issues. But the way I see it, even if it is a big issue or a small issue, every issue is very, very important when it comes to civil aviation. Then I decided, we at the ministry decided that it is time that we should not let the chief ministers or the ministers come to Delhi and meet us. We should go on the road, we should go to the states, and we should make them feel important, and we meet them and see them in their own states. So with this idea, we have created the regional conference of ministers for civil aviation across the country. And the first one was done in Uttarakhand, Dehradun, and we have invited all the northern conference states there. Wonderful conference where all the states were extremely happy and delighted that so much importance was given to them in listening to their issues. So once we did that, this was actually planned much before Uttarakhand only, but due to unforeseen circumstances and cabinet meeting also planned on the same day, we couldn't have it. But today we are having it here in Mumbai, and I'm extremely delighted and very, very excited to see the kind of participation that has been shown here. The moment I came to the hotel to attend the conference, all our officers came very excitedly and happily were sharing that the house was full. The room was jam-packed and there were people overflowing. So once again, I would like to thank all the people who have shown this kind of interest also. And I believe that one-on-one interactions today have not only strengthened our mutual understanding, but also paved the way for actionable and very state-specific aviation strategies. And today I have to also mention my special gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, for gracing this plenary session. His presence adds a tremendous value to the civil aviation platform and especially this meeting. And you know that right now, there is the assembly also which is running in the Maharashtra state. And you see when the assembly is running, the chief minister is the most wanted person. And if you look at him, he will feel that 24 hours is also not enough when the session is running. But the existing 24 hours, he has taken time to come here to ensure that that support which is required for civil aviation is being provided. So special thanks to him from the entire civil aviation community for gracing this occasion. And under his visionary leadership, Maharashtra is witnessing a renewed momentum in infrastructure expansion, regional connectivity, and investment facilitation. With 3 international and 8 domestic airports and 7 major infrastructure projects, including the upcoming Navi Mumbai International Airport and the new Pune Greenfield Airport also. Maharashtra with the double engine support, the double engine Sarkar of Fadnavis ji, And also Moholji is also there, who happens to be from the state of Maharashtra, is laying the foundation for a future-ready aviation ecosystem. In fact, I wanted to be present in this session right from the beginning itself, but I had some other commitments in Delhi, so I had to come little late. But I had the confidence that Muralidhar Mohanji, my colleague, is also here, and he comes from the state, and he's a very able leader with a very positive outlook. So he would be handling the entire session, and very happy to see and hear from the ministers that they were all heard, all their issues have been written. And now I would say that entire western region where we are having the conference this time, with these all big states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat also present, and Goa, Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. And this entire western region resonates with India's rapid civil aviation growth. It has emerged as a strategic aviation hub owing to its robust industrial base, connectivity to global trade routes, and a well-established airport infrastructure. And in the last few months, the region has hosted two major milestone aviation events. The 7th Helicopter and Small Aircraft Summit, which was recently held in Pune, with participation from 20 states, reinforced our commitment to building last mile and intrastate connectivity through rotary and small aircraft solutions. This is a market which is continuously growing, and I see a lot of faces here who come from this specific segment, which is the small aircraft and the rotary wing, which is the helicopter segment. And the second event that we had, which is also a very important one for civil aviation, is the India Aircraft Leasing and Financing Summit in Gift City in Gujarat, brought together over 300 stakeholders from across the globe. Not only within the country, from across the globe, there were people who were there, signaling India's serious entry into the aircraft leasing and financing domain. The main issue that we have, because a lot of people would have discussed already, is the connectivity that we see today. In terms of airports, we have huge number of airports in the country, to the tune of 162. And to connect these airports now has become a challenge. Tier 2 cities, Tier 3 cities, they want to travel just like any other city today. The aspirations of the average Indian has grown after the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi ji, जिन्होंने एक सपना देखा था कि हवाई चप्पल से हवाई जहाज का सफर, उसको अगर किसी ने सच किया तो वो है हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी नरेंद्र मोदी जी. And now to bring in more aircrafts into the country, the most easiest and the most facilitating way is the leasing industry. And we have seen that there were some problems within the leasing industry. So we made a special act in the parliament, we brought it to the parliament, and then we passed it in the parliament, and now we are seeing the leasing costs in the country reduce up to 10 to 15%, which is ultimately going to benefit more aircrafts and more aircraft fleet developing in the country. So with 80% of our commercial fleet currently on lease, Gift City unlocks a 5 billion opportunity for entire Indian aviation annually. The future, I believe, we built on strong partnerships, shared responsibilities, and a unified vision, which has been set forward by our Honorable Prime Minister, which is Viksit Bharat 2047. And I would like to introduce this Viksit Bharat to all of you, not as a political campaign, but as a common campaign for each and 140 billion people of this country. It is a target, it is a goal, it is a dream for all these 140 billion people collectively, where we unify all our energies, where we synchronize all our energies into building a developed India by the year 2047. And one of the most powerful springboards to propel us towards that vision is civil aviation. Aviation is no longer just a mean modes of transport, it is a driver of transformation. Airports have emerged as the new age nucleus of economic activity. Whenever an airport comes up, we see that growth follows there. Infrastructure improves, highways, metro lines, and roads are getting expanded when the airport comes there. Hotels, real estate spaces, housing projects, industrial clusters, local tourism activity, agricultural productivity because of cargo, you mention it. Any industry that you see, the moment you say that the airport is coming there, suddenly everything gets boosted up. And that is the power civil aviation has today. And the linkage between civil aviation and economic growth is very much well established. An ICAO study shows that air connectivity has an economic multiplier of 3.25 and an employment multiplier of 6.1 globally. That means for every $100 that we spend on air transport, 325 rupees in economic benefits get created. And for every 100 direct jobs that we create in aviation, 610 more jobs, indirect ones, also get created in broader economy. And I understand from what I've seen in the last 1 year and especially studied the last 10 years, that the case of a country like India, the economic multiplier, which is on average of 6.1, is up to 15. So if you see 100 direct jobs getting created in aviation, in India you are seeing that 1500 jobs are getting indirectly created in the civil aviation. Estimates suggest that the global demand for air transport will grow at an average of 4.3% annually over the next 20 years, contributing 15.5 million direct jobs and $1.5 trillion in global GDP. And in 2017, about 2.5 lakh people were directly employed by airlines and airports collectively in the country. And by 2027, this is expected to double more, up to 5.17 lakh. When we account for the indirect and induced employment across the value chain, Indian civil aviation is projected to generate more than 8 million jobs by 2027. 8 million, 80 crore jobs in the country. And this is the kind of transformation aviation brings, not just in connectivity, but in livelihoods, opportunity, and inclusive growth. A small airport project spread across 500 acres can generate between 70,000 to 1 lakh jobs. Now just imagine the Navi Mumbai airport, which is spread across 3,000 acres. It has the potential to create 4 to 5 lakh jobs. And so as we envision Viksit Bharat by 2047, civil aviation will be one of its most dynamic pillars, creating millions of jobs in the country. And in this context, the Western region stands tall, and they have gained tremendously by actively moving and pursuing the path of civil aviation. And I believe so much tourism potential has also been benefited because of this growth in civil aviation. Maharashtra offers a rich mix of heritage sites, spiritual destinations, along with business travel. Shirdi Airport is handling about 2,000 travelers daily. This is just an example. There are multiple airports. Mohalji has just mentioned like 15 more airports are there in the state. And imagine the kind of people that are flowing in. And I'm very happy to see that whenever we come to Maharashtra, especially Mumbai, it just feels like home. It doesn't feel, it has the great opportunity and the great strength that it looks like the north and it looks like the south at the same point of time. And that is the charm of Maharashtra, and that is the charm of Mumbai. And it is the love and affection that the people also show here, that everyone, no matter if he is coming from Kanyakumari or if he is coming from Kashmir, everyone feels that he is at home in Mumbai and Maharashtra, which is a great boon for them. And Gujarat also attracts tourists to landmarks like the Statue of Unity, Gir National Park, and the Somnath Temple, and many more destinations. Madhya Pradesh, also a home for spiritual hubs such as Mahakal in Ujjain, Omkareshwar, along with the forest and heritage tourism like sites in Khajuraho and Bandhavgarh. Goa, you don't need to tell anything else. He has already explained it so beautifully, the tourism potential that is there, and it's also the crown jewel of international beach tourism. Union territories of Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu bring a unique blend of coastal charm and cultural heritage. The reason I'm mentioning all the states and union territories is because generally you feel that Maharashtra will dominate when we are here, or Madhya Pradesh will dominate because of the number of airports and the size of it. But from the Ministry of Civil Aviation Government of India, we want to ensure that the importance that we give to Maharashtra will be equal to the importance that we give to Goa, will be equal to the importance that we give to Dadar and Nagar Haveli, and all equally. We, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we believe in cooperative federalism. And that can only be done when states and center move together collectively. And that is what we believe in. And that is what the NDA believes in. And that is why we are seeing that today the country is in its best position today in the world. Similarly, if you visit Dabolim Airport in Goa, you would see coastal charm and vibrant Goan culture reflecting through the artworks, music, and the local culture. And similarly, if you visit Pune, the airport proudly displays the legacy of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Beyond tourism and connectivity, I see another strategic pillar for the western states, which is the MRO industry. And I have to put this forward, not only MRO, I'll be talking about many other advantages. The biggest advantage when you talk about civil aviation and this region has is because of the weather. Weather is a very important thing when it comes to civil aviation and the movement of the planes and having that kind of robust network. The position the western region in the country is as such that the weather is very proactive throughout the year for civil aviation, which is why having a robust MRO network is a great advantage for this region. Western region is already emerging as the MRO hub in the country. Today it contributes nearly 38 to 42% of India's total MRO revenues, amounting to a substantial 1500 to 1800 crores annually. And this is just the beginning. I believe the western region is set to dominate the MRO landscape in the coming years ahead. In Nagpur, we have India's most advanced wide-body MRO center operated by AIESL, capable of handling heavy maintenance for Boeing 747s and Airbus 320s and 330s. Nagpur is also involved in the engine overhauls with a growing portfolio of high-value international partnership with Rolls-Royce, GE, and other companies like Pratt & Whitney. Mumbai is also the nerve center of Indian civil aviation, continues to be the base for major airlines like Air India, Indigo, SpiceJet, Akasa, all of which rely on local facilities for both line and base maintenance. In Nasik, HAL has a remarkable leap. For the first time, it has entered the civil aviation space, bringing overhaul of the A320 family of aircraft. And Vadodara, hosting the Tata Airbus C295 aircraft assembly line, is expected to become full spectrum MRO hub for the aircraft as well. At Goa's Greenfield Mopa Airport, I see immense potential for developing a MRO ecosystem from the ground up. And I would also like to highlight Maharashtra's leadership in the MRO domain. The country's oldest and the most respected MRO players, AIESL, Airworks, Indomair, all trace their roots back to Mumbai and Maharashtra.